Hey everybody, it's time for a car video. That's right. I am on my way homeward and I wanted to get a couple of thoughts out real quickly, mostly on Target. Holy cow. Target is collapsing. Literally, after trying to target kids specifically with merchandise that you have no business trying to sell to kids, turning your department store into, well, an adult location, which is a real problem for an entity like Target because people do not want you targeting their children. Now, when I say collapse, I truly mean it. I don't think I've seen anything collapse as quickly as I saw Bud Light up until now, which is Target. Target, in just over 2 weeks, has lost $15 billion in market cap, right? Not to mention the sales associated with their customers. Customers are literally not shopping at the store anymore, or you've lost a considerable portion of them. And there's no waiting here. I've talked about it before with Target. They've alienated a whole lot of their more conservative folks, their mama bears in particular, because a lot of ladies shop Target, and you're seeing people walk away from this company. How do you blame them? I don't think you can either. And at the same time, you're watching the market value of their competitors go up. You're watching sales shares go up for their competitors, specifically Walmart and a few others, right? So there are competitors to Target, folks. And at the same time, it's been pointed out by a lot of business analysts that a lot of this stuff is discretionary items. When you go to Target, there's not a lot of things that really are there to cover your day-to-day needs. I mean, of course, you have super Targets, which have groceries. Sometimes they have a nursery, those kind of things. But you can just go to a grocery store for those items, right? Oftentimes, they're similarly priced, maybe even cheaper. And of course, their main competitor is the super Walmarts. And those super Walmarts, well, let me tell you, they've got everything too. Now, because the majority of the items in a Target are discretionary, you don't need them. You can get those from Amazon. You can get those from, or you can order them from online from a myriad of companies. If you need a fishing pole, Sportsman's Warehouse or Cabela's, or you pick, right? If you need a sweatshirt, you go to any department store. So I think this is another moment we need to reinforce. We need to invest in. We need to invest in the idea that anytime a company does something that's egregious, you help remind them that they're participating in a market economy. And that market economy does not support what they're doing. I think you're going to see this happening more and more. We obviously heard about Cracker Barrel recently doing what they did and then doubling down, which was probably a pretty decent mistake. You also saw Kohl's doing the same thing, although not quite as egregious, and a few of these other companies, obviously Bud Light, right? It seems like when people are invested in this, when people are actively managing how they spend their money, paying attention to what's being done to some of their favorite brands or stores or whatever it happens to be, they have a lot of power and they should use it. It's interesting to me that Target now has been downgraded for a third time by another analyst. And that analyst moved them from buy to neutral. The stock is collapsing. Sales are going down. I imagine the quarterly outlook for this company is going to be rough. It's going to be very rough. Most of the time, boycotts like this aren't successful unless they're done by the extreme left side of the equation, let's say. In this situation, you obviously have a lot of people with a lot of staying power. a lot of people have just had enough. And I don't believe it would have mattered. Something would have happened with Target or any of these other companies regardless. It's just they took it a step too far, too soon, or people are just done. We've reached that inflection point, as Andre over on Midnight's Edge likes to say. I agree with him 100%. So I'm watching the exposure of the HRC and how that figures or calculates into the ESG score for these companies, and how these organizations like the HRC and the reinforcement of DEI and ESG in other corporations, all of these things are being used to manipulate companies into doing something that's against their best interest and is adversarial to their customers, right? And ultimately incredibly detrimental to their shareholders. What we need is a series of lawsuits by shareholders that go class action against these corporations for not increasing shareholder value and doing something that is not tied to profitability in any way. Because the idea that ESG brings in profits is a lie, and it's being exposed by you. So anyway, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I feel that was a little ranty. I think it was ranty enough, and I have some good energy now to finish this drive. But I am interested in what you think, and if you're one of the people watching this video, watching my channel for the first time, I do hope you subscribe. A little bit higher production value on most of my videos than this one, because obviously it's done in my studio area. But just take a look at some of the other videos. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. There's about 45% of you that watch the videos that aren't subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, do that, please. Hit that like button, let YouTube know you liked it. But do tell me what you think, because the comment section kind of informs whether or not I'm going to stick with covering a particular subject. The more comments, the better. I believe I've got a Bud Light update. It'll be coming up here on Tuesday. Some insight into some early numbers on some things. I have a feeling Anheuser-Busch and the AB InBev company is in for it. I think their quarterly is going to be rough. And I think that even a 3% loss for them, because of how incredibly thin their margins are on what they sell, because it's ubiquitous, I think that's going to have a major impact on their quarterly numbers, and I think that's going to hurt them. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. Thanks for checking it out. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Today, be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.